Hi, this is Vicki from Learning Home Volunteers, and this video session is about what activities are used in lessons. Well, before you actually attend a lesson, it's kind of hard to imagine what the child and the teachers will be doing for an entire hour. So in this session, we're going to explore some of the types of activities that you might use in a lesson and why they're good for our age groups. Our goals in the lessons and the activities are the same. We want activities and lessons that engage and are interesting to the child. The longer they're engaged, the more learning that can take place. And we want to create opportunities for them to explore and discuss what's happening in their play. And our activities and our lessons will have materials that could allow a child to explore many developmental areas and to be used by a wide range of developmental levels. So let's look at some lesson activities. In our lessons, we learn through touch. We exploit that children use their senses to learn in our materials. So we set up a set that can actually be explored through touch and combine them with ideas and concepts. So the sensory bins that are at the top right and the bottom right contain objects for the child to find and identify and maybe even count. And in the middle, with the robot, we see a process art prompt. This prompt was build a machine, and the child was given Play-Doh and a number of other parts, and they built a robot. We use sensory materials to create scenes, like the caterpillar site down at the bottom, a construction site, and we create opportunities to measure and learn through problem solving with sensory type things like the water beads that are up in the upper left, and obviously using Play-Doh to learn colors and shapes and letters. In our lessons, we use construction materials of all types to build. In our learning activity library, we have blocks, Duplo, cardboard, stacking boxes, Unifex cubes to build all sorts of things, including letters, marble runs, a town, and even a pizza restaurant. Some of the building materials include instructions like the ones down at the Duplo where they actually have to follow a set of instructions, or the Unifex cubes where it gives them a pattern to match as they're doing in building the letters or the numbers. In our lessons, we also pretend. Pretending is how a child repeats or extends what they see in the world or the worlds that they imagined or read about or we have shared with them. The great part about pretend play is there's lots and lots of talking and listening. And we use all sorts of things to create things for us to talk about. Sometimes we base it on books, like in the upper left, where we have a cooking book and then make a meal. Or maybe it's the lower right, where we pretend to explore outer space and learn about planets and numbers and counting down. Or maybe in the upper middle piece, we have a farm where we learn about growing vegetables and fruits and taking care of animals. But all that pretend play gives us great opportunity for words and to learn new things. In our lessons, we also learn to categorize objects. Categorization helps us organize facts and remember them, and it helps us explore the facets of items that are the same and different from each other. Many of these types of activities are focused around favorite subjects of our students, like dinosaurs or animals. And many of the activities provide ways to learn how to categorize or group the objects or concepts. So like in the lower left side, we see animals that live on the land versus animals that live in the sea. In the upper right, we learn about the various stages of a life cycle of a caterpillar and different kinds of fruits and vegetables categorized. In our lessons, we measure and count and group. children of this age group are actually great with numbers. They love to measure things, they love to count things, and they love to group things. And we see here a lot of examples of a number of different things, non-standard measuring tools like the blocks being used, or the Unifex cues being used to measure a hand. We see lots of little tokens that are counted and put on print numbers or put along a number sign or grouped into different groups of types of things that they are, whether they're rabbits, white rabbits, or colored rabbits. And we even see scales being used to compare the weights of different items. In our lessons, we create. Creating is actually a part of being human. This age group can create the color green, or make footprints in Play-Doh, or paint using gear toys, or write a letter, or sew a letter, or make a picture, or make a monster. They're very creative and very prolific. In our lessons, we play games. Games are great because they require the child to self-regulate. They have to wait their turn. They have to deal with falling behind in the game, with winning and losing. And so we incorporate games that allow us to work cooperatively, sometimes to learn the colors, numbers, and shapes, like we see up in Caribou. Sometimes they always win, like in the letter identification with the SWAT a letter. And we use games that require them to move, jump, and count as they go. In our lessons, we solve problems. Regular play provides plenty of problems to solve. Who goes first, how to get a tower taller and not fall over. But we also have materials that present other kinds of problems, like how to make a puzzle fit together, or how to build a bridge that can hold 5 elephants, or how to build an object that matches a picture. All of these are problems which our children can actually solve. And in our lessons, we read. And reading to a child may mean looking and talking about something we see in pictures, like in the big book with insects in it, or it may mean using a felt story to retell a series of events that happens in a book or a fairy tale. It may mean looking at common household logos that are familiar and associating the words with those logos, or looking at a grocery store flyer for a particular type of object and identifying colors or numbers or letters that we might see there, or using, in the traditional sense, reading a book where there are words or pictures that tell a story. All of these provide us opportunities to use words, to spend some time together and exploring books and ideas, and build the love of learning. And in our lessons, we sing. Research shows that music is important in early childhood learning. It helps them remember words, understand the context of words, and gets everyone involved and moving. As you can see, we use all different kinds of activities to keep our lessons fun and engaging, and to provide us with opportunities to talk and discuss and explore. Our lessons are really fun, and our children really enjoy them. We hope you will too.